Aggies have him on the move on first down. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Wentz throwing complete to Arcega-Whiteside. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Steps away. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They run with David Montgomery, the third-round pick from Iowa State. Up to make the stop, the Pro Bowl safety, Malcolm Jenkins. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football. A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Throwing his Wentz. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Wentz now on first down. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Wentz's throw into the hands of Aguilar. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Jannard Avery showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Trubisky. He gets this one to Johnson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Sliding out of the pocket. Throwing deep for Galladay. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Trubisky to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Watch the out.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for them, too.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Right there. Hey, wahoo! Watch the slack, watch the slack, watch the slack.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
throwing again on second down. Trubisky, and an alley to run. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. Now Trubisky to throw. This is caught. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. They run with Howard. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain, 59 yards. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Wentz. Aguilar has it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. To throw again on second down. Trubisky. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Check right 54. Right 54. Here we go, Giddy. Go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. James has it. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
We're pretty quiet, G. We're pretty quiet. Mine's 54. Hey, alert.
Trubisky will throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Nelson Aguilar and company getting set to go again on offense now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They go with Howard again. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
To throw, it's Wentz. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's going to be a long day. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky, he's going to air one out. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Right there, 56.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wentz. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash the... They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. James has got it. Complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Bravo!
On first down, Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's James. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd and short. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Trubisky. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now it's Trubisky. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
Prater for the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing his Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, 84 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
Watch the twitch.
Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this play. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jannard Avery able to record his 5th sack of the season. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Throwing here, Trubisky. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Now Trubisky on 1st down. And a 2-score. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I'm here all day. Slam. Check 4. Hey, Delta. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Right there. 54.
4th down. Here's Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down. Where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? but instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got Amendola on the connection. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Danny Amendola, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and we'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions now are going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Trubisky. Escaping. Now Trubisky lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Holding on to the foot. Becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumping, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 16. So
fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Philadelphia, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The young